Hey, you're watching GearWire.com. I'm Owen O'Malley. We're at the Empty Bottle in Chicago with Erika and Leif from EMA. So what is it like sort of taking those songs then on the road, like into like a live context?
This is, you know, true kind of with Gowns as well as this project is, it ends up being like a little more like a rock band. Because otherwise what I would do is I'd haul a lot of samples and I would play to a lot of like pre-recorded stuff. You know, it's just like, do I want to have 50 amps on the road? I don't. But he, do you want to talk about your rig?
Sure, yeah.
He keeps it real.
So yeah, I mean, it's a thick record and one that demands a lot of, if not simultaneous things, very different styles and very different songs. So we needed something to be able to coordinate that. But so I think typically if somebody had a record like this and they said, okay, I need to do this live, they would immediately reach for playback. They would go, okay, what can we do? What can't we do? But we really wanted to keep it on a loose sort of rock type feel without using.
You got to be able to improv.
You know, go with it. So we ended up trying to figure out, a way to do it all live. Some people would go to things like Max MSP or sort of, performance software like that. I've done a million years of that, but kind of hate dealing with it if I want to be a musician and not be a tech. I mean, you can sit there and tech, but then you can't really think about rocking. And Erika's had some interesting, she has kind of a bias against Max MSP anyway.
So you're using...
Right, so it's a Muse Receptor, it's a VST host Linux thing, and it's really cool because you can basically configure anything you want for each song, but the important thing is that you can change everything with a single MIDI control change. So you can have it sort of in the box, live there, and if you have a keyboard that'll let you program the names on things like Innovation, any of the remote SLs, you can set up your name so you just have a name of a song and you hit it and it loads everything. And it's totally multi-in out, so you can run violins through it.
And I did not want a computer on stage, so it's...
Yeah.
Because you're going to kick it or something, you know? It's going to break.
Have you had that kind of experience with computers on stage before?
I can't even...
I don't want to bring up bad memories if that's...
You know, I have love for past bandmates and would never slander a single soul. But I've definitely had things crash. The one thing about Max Patch I don't understand, it's like, what happened between that show and this next show? Like, did elves come in and undo the wires in the Max Patch? Because it worked one time and it didn't, so I'm just like, none of that, no. I'm not, no Max MSP, no, like, we're rebooting the computer, none of that.
It may happen someday, but hopefully it'll, I mean, everything. I mean, my violin broke today, right? So I mean, anything can break down, not just esoteric computer languages.
So that's good. If you don't have a soldering iron in your gig bag, throw it in there.
But so yeah, so that we chose that just because it's the thing that is the least involved. I mean, it's not too much smarter than some of the floor boxes the guitar players use. So it's just like out of the way. We don't have to think about it, and we can look and sound and rock more like a band.
Yeah.
And you pretty much just keep it to, you play guitar when you're on the road, right?
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I've even cut down on pedals that I use.
Do you have one that you couldn't get rid of?
I thought it was Big Muff, but
well, I used to have some different things that I really. The thing is, I don't like buying gear. I'm terrified of buying gear and buying the wrong piece of gear. And he's really good at being like, oh, I'll just sell it if I don't want it. I'll buy this and I'll experiment with it. And I'm just like, I mean, I have the same distortion pedal that I've had for another, almost 10 years or something. Why? Because I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I don't like spending money. I'm a freak like that.
She's smart with the tone, though. I mean, I think when we first started recording, your main chain was an MXR double shot into a Big Muff that you were using because you liked the drive.
That's my secret. That's my feedback secret.
Sorry, we'll edit that out.
No, you can keep it. I'm not doing it as much these days, but that you can get really beautiful tonal feedback if you run like a hotter, brighter distortion pedal into something that is more like a mellower sustain. Yeah, so then you can get some really kind of like, you know, let's walk around the room, let's get some different tones with it type of thing. So I really like that.
You kind of favor Fender guitars, like single-coil guitars? Or?
That's another one. I think I was just like, oh, I saw that on TV, you know, I don't know. I'm really like I'm super specific about recording and what I want to put on things and how I want to use plugins and everything like that. But as far as live stuff goes, I'm the type of person that's not very connected to the physical world in some ways. And I have this guitar. I don't even really like that guitar. It's yellow. I don't like that.
That's a good color.
I bang on it. I think in the future I just want to get a bunch of shitty guitars that I could smash all the time.
There you go.
That's what I don't know.
It's weird, yeah. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, I'll be very particular about like wanting this mic, like going to lengths to actually build, you know, a mic or a compressor. But when it comes to things like guitar cabs in the studio, like, you know, I don't know, people walk in with like a Mesa or a Marshall stack or a little Fender or an AC30. I kind of just like don't care which amp it is.
My ears are better now. Like, it took me a really long time to be able to hear a difference between the amps, like a really specific, you know, like, and the unfortunate thing is I'm like, oh, this $2,000 Mesa Boogie head really does sound better than that PV 5150. Fuck, you know, and it's,
totally.
That's the thing, is now that's another thing, it's like, oh, I wish I didn't even know that the quality really.
What are you playing through now?
I'm playing through a Fender Pro Sonic, which is, it's okay. I might step up to a half stack at some point, but I don't like to haul them around. But it's got like a Bassman. One of the channels has got like a Bassman channel, whatever. Bassman setup.
Topology, I think. Sorry.
I don't know, whatever. It's got like, you know, like a Bassman channel, and then it's got a nice, it's got like a really good breakup gain channel. So it's got like a really high gain stage, and you can switch. Like the rectifier, you know, there's like a B. There's, you know, you can switch the rectifiers up in the back, right. And
different like classes, like Class A or Class A.
Yes, that's the thing. I used to be all like, oh well, I really want my amp to have reverb, you know, back in the day. Now I'm like, I need some with a sweet rectifier. Like, I'm onto that now, but that costs a little, you know. So
it's a downward spiral. I never escape it.
I know.
Cool. Thanks
all right,
very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy the show.
Yeah,
thanks, man. Thanks for your time.